Hey everybody, it is me, Sienna Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today's video is in the title. It's interesting, it's crazy, it's out there, it's something that I've never done before. And I'm a little bit hyped, if you can't tell. Alright, so as you can see in the title, this is my 3-week, well, the start of my 4th week lock update video. And I know, I'm supposed to start from the beginning, like when you first do your locks, but I've been so crazy, out of my mind busy, that I have not had time to just sit down and film a video like this. So better late than never, I decided that I would sit down and I would go ahead and get this video done. As you can see, I'm really excited because it's something that, it's like a journey that I have been working on and experiencing, and I've had so much fun while doing it, so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it. Okay, so if you didn't know, if you don't follow me on Instagram at Sienna Nicole, which I'm going to put right there, you should know now that I have started a lock journey, guys. Whoa, that's crazy. So these are my locks. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? I know, right? And I decided that today I would sit down, not only just give you guys an update, because I did film a video that I never edited and I never posted it, because we all know consistency on YouTube is not Sienna's thing, so let's not be surprised. I did end up filming a video, but in the video I talked way too much and way too long, and I went too in detail of like all this whole bunch of stuff about why I decided to get locks. And instead of doing that again, I just decided that I would make a whole new video and shove all of that into one video. So here is what we're going to do. I have a couple, like 3 main ideas that I'm going to be talking about, and that is it. I'm going to hold y'all guys up because I do it most of the time, okay? To get some like in-depth information, like as time goes on, because I don't post as frequently on YouTube as I would like to do, you're going to get most of your information or see my locks most often on my Instagram. Like I said, that I would leave below. If you didn't get it that time, you don't have to rewind. I'll put it in the description box for you, because who's trying to waste time like that? All right, so let's get into this. These are my locks. They're a bit messy. It's a week 4, going into week 4. So that's 4 whole weeks without any retwisting, without anything at all, okay? So here's what they're looking like. I used to wear them, especially in the beginning, with a part on the side, but I feel like as time has gone on, I've started wearing them in the middle a lot more. They're doing their thing. I have a couple of them like in the back. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. That has started like the budding process a little bit, but it's only been 4 weeks, so not a lot has too much changed. As you can tell in the front, it's a little bit like frizzy almost, but in the back, it's pretty like, still pretty twisted, mostly because I don't do a lot with the back. If I'm doing styles, it's stuff that happens up here at the front or something like that. I don't know if you guys can see that well. You'll see a whole bunch of pictures and a whole bunch of videos throughout while I'm talking. So without further ado, the first thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to get done really, really quickly, is why I wanted locks. A lot of people have been asking me a whole bunch of questions and a whole bunch of like long explanation things that would just take too long to say in person, so I'm crapping all of it into this video. And it is for a couple of reasons as to why I wanted locks. The very first reason, which I would say that I want locks, to keep it short, would be freedom, y'all. Because long hair history, okay? I used to have my hair straightened when I was in the 7th grade. And I went through like this time period of just like really not being happy with my hair and having it out for my hair and wanting to straighten it and wanting to do this to it. And take marching band, for example, whenever I had to do like the next year marching band, I had to make sure that my hair or whatever hairstyle I got would fit underneath my marching hat so that there would be like no complications in between those. And every year it was like stressful and emotionally draining having to do that over and over again. And so I believe that just with my locks, I have a lot more freedom. I used to see them as very like constricting and like, oh, you can't do this with locks and you can't have this type of style. But y'all, I was wrong. I was all the way wrong. It has so much freedom. I can really do whatever I want to do with them. If I want to put them up like in a tiki little ponytail, if I want to put everything in a ponytail, I can do that. And I will insert like some of the styles that I've been doing in like the corners and the pictures and stuff like that. They're so versatile and there's so much that I can do with them. And having my hair locked is even more freedom than I had before. So I am digging it 100%. All right, one of the second reasons that I decided to lock my hair is because this is the truth, guys. Someone says, oh, I don't care what they think. No, I'm this type of person. It's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. Everyone in the whole entire world cares about what everyone thinks. And I was one of those people. I was so afraid of like going outside the box and not being not normal, but the same Siani over and over again. And then I kind of pretty much got to the point like in the last year where I didn't really care much about what people thought about my hair. I didn't care whether it was out. I didn't care whether it was braided down. I didn't care what people had to say about me, what they used to call me. It was unimportant. I just threw it out the window. And so it didn't really matter anymore. And so that really gave me the boost of confidence to go ahead and do this, despite anyone who ever said, oh, you're not going to keep him. Oh, you're not going to like him. Oh, it looks like this. Oh, that's a bad idea. I didn't care. And it was something that I wanted to do for myself. The third reason I decided to get locks was because on this whole, like, new self-love and being actually me and not holding back who I am because of, like, what everyone else thought or what people might think of me. It's a journey. It's a journey, y'all. It's a long journey. It's a big commitment, which is something that I was kind of afraid of in the very beginning, was committing to them, because you can reverse them, you can go back, you can comb it out and all that stuff. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted something that was real, something that was gonna be there forever, or as long until I cut my hair and until I decide to comb out, whatever. And so it's a learning lesson. It's a really big lesson. That's a lot of what it is. It's a lesson of loving yourself, definitely. It's a lesson of accepting yourself even when you're not at your best, which I will definitely, at the end of this video when I talk about something else, I'll say what I mean a little bit more on that. Yeah, it's something that you learn a lot about, definitely. About my hair, about who I am, about what I prefer, what my hair loves, what it doesn't love, and everything in between, guys. So that is like my 3 short reasons on why I decided to lock my hair, why I decided to get what most people would say dreadlocks, or what I like to call them, they locks, kid. That's about it. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about the process that I chose, getting them done, what I decided to do, pretty much the important information before you decide to lock your hair that you should be thinking about. So the very first thing that I decided to do was the finger coil method, or the comb coil method, whatever you guys would like to call it. And that is where you take a comb and you're pretty much twisting your hair with the comb into tight coils. So like, this is a coil. You see how it, oh, let me use this one as an example. It's like twisted into like a springy little coil. That is the comb coil method. All right, there are a bunch of other methods when locking your hair. You should do some research if this is what you're thinking about. There is 2-strand twist. There is back combing. There is extensions. If you want to lock your hair with, which is, I think, not even gonna speak about it in another video. Using an extension of a lock onto your hair to get past the ugly stage of your hair, which, anyways, and you let your hair lock around it or on it or in it, whatever it is, before you like use your own hair. But like I said, there are many different type of ways. Personally, I chose the comb coil method because of a certain way that I wanted my hair to look. And I feel like as time goes by, I keep like changing my idea of how I want it to go, which is absolutely crazy. I really like the neat look with locks. Of course, there's going to be moments where you don't get it redone for a little bit, and so it's a bit wild and bushy, like right now with my hair being the way that it is. And I really like the neatness of the locks with the comb coil method. Say, for example, if you use the 2-strand method where you're twisting your hair and you're letting it lock that way, it looks a little bit more quote-unquote rough than the comb coils would. In the end, it's all lock and all of them are beautiful, but I just decided to go with this method because I thought it would work best for me. It also depends on like what type of hair you have. My hair, personally, I have 2 different textures in my hair, so in the back it's a little bit more kinky than it is in the front. I guess that would be from like blow drying, styling, just that's the way that my hair is. And so you can see that a little bit with like my hair is not loose curls, but it's definitely not as tight in the front as it was in the back. Like you can see at the end, there's like a little spiral curl. Like even still at the end of these locks, because they're not locked yet all the way, I guess. But you can see how my hair kind of does that thing at the end. That's like how my hair is in the front. And in the back, you can see that the coils at the end are a lot tighter. They're not as loose as, like, take this one versus this one. You have that texture versus this texture, which is really tight at the back. Yeah, so I would say you would definitely have to choose something for your hair texture. Like say you have mixed racial hair that is very curly and easily to come loose. I would say something like 2-strand twist or something like that. Maybe backcombing. I'm not really an expert on backcombing at all because I do not have that type of hair. But yeah, there are a lot of different methods for starting your locks or how you want your locks to end up at the end, which is really important, which goes into the next thing of me talking about my process, which is a loctician, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is the most important part in the whole entire world, is who your loctician is. You can start your locks on your own. Me personally, I know that I knew very much little. I did research, of course, about my locks before I got them done, but I wanted someone who was a professional, who I knew 1000% would get me right and not mess my hair up. And so I chose someone who I knew a lot about locks, had locks herself that were beautiful and healthy and long, and someone that was well known. My loctician is also my father's loctician. She's also my aunt's loctician. So based off their heads, I knew that this lady knew what she was doing, and that's what I decided to choose. I went to her, I texted her first. Obviously, we talked about what I wanted. She was like, we're gonna get it done, and we did. And so this is another very important part about choosing your loctician or choosing your style. How they start your hair off is how it's going to look at the end, okay? So take the comb coil versus the 2-strand twist method that I was talking about. When your hair locks up, like say you take the 2-strand twist method. When your hair locks up, when it grows out at the end, it's going to be a little bit more bumpy. It's not going to be as cylinder, like a smooth cylinder all the way down the lock as it would be if you chose the comb coil method because of how your hair was started. Or if you decide that you want huge locks, like you want very thick locks. Yes, you can combine your locks and make them bigger, but if you start off with these tiny locks, don't expect huge cylinders of locks to go on your head unless you take time to let them lock together and form something like that. So it's very important that you go in letting your stylist know what you are expecting, what you want them to look like. I knew I had like 800 screenshots of Google pictures to show her as soon as I went in there. Right, and the third thing I want to talk about like my starting and what to do with my locks was the price. I'm saying this because I love saving money, which I don't save at all, but money is very important to me. I try to be wise with my money, and what I want to say is do not skip out on quality because of the price, okay? I'd rather go to someone who knows exactly what they're doing and has it together and is a real loctician and pay $500 at the yin yang than go to someone who knows nothing about locks, someone who is not a loctician, someone who's gonna mess my hair up and go for free. That's just how I am. I'd rather it be done right than wrong. So choosing my loctician, like I said, I knew that she knew what she was doing. And so I don't know if this is for you guys, or if this is for how locks are priced in your area, or if this is something that you guys are interested in. But for me, the price that I paid to start my locks was $120. I've never paid for hair that is that expensive before, but I trusted her and she got me right. She did exactly what I wanted her to do, and I know that it was worth it. I know that it was worth $120 of getting my hair done, because this isn't just like a little side thing that I'm doing. This is a commitment. This is something that I want to be done right, and something that would follow me and my choices forever and ever and ever. So if I had the choice, I would do it 100 times over. I would pay her $200 to do exactly what she did. Again, the right way, exactly what she did. So I thought that was really awesome. Please make sure that you look at all your choices. Don't just talk to one loctician. Don't just take the loctician's advice without looking at their work, their clients, what their clients say, people who either you see on the internet or who you know continuously and got their hair started by that person. So it's a really big investment. It's definitely something you want to take care of because it's going to follow you, girl, for the rest of your life. I've seen too many people, especially online, who have given me this advice because they started their hair and then they didn't like it, they didn't love it, and they had to start over. So if you're going to make the choice, do it right. All right, and the very third thing, finally, a video that's not like 80 minutes long for me to edit, is my actual month 1 update. Now, I mean, not month 1, week 4 update, which will be into a month. I guess I can give a month update, like a short little synopsis of everything that's going on. I love my hair. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love being free. I love wearing my own hair. I love doing what I want to do to it. If I want to put it up into a bun, which I'm going to insert a picture here. If I want to wear it down like this, I can do that. If I want to pull it back into a ponytail, I can do that. If I want to have some bangs in the front, I can do that. That's how awesome it is. And I'm having so much joy and so much freedom to do whatever I want with my hair. I'm just like, living the best life, okay? So many people have asked me so many questions about my hair, especially people at school. Mainly because I don't believe, other than me, another person, and one little girl who I saw at my school one time has locks. So they're not used to seeing the process. They're not used to seeing like what it's gonna look like that much. So definitely they have a lot of questions, you know, like what's gonna happen when this happens? Can you do this with your hair? A lot of people assume that my hair is really rough because it's in locks, but I have really soft hair and it's really soft. Like it's not locked all the way. As you can see, it's almost time for a retwist. I have been really diligent and trying to keep my hands out of my hair, which I fail at a lot because I can't help it. As far as what people think about them, I've got a lot of compliments on my hair. Like I said, they asked me a lot of questions about like why I decided to lock them, or how long is it going to take for this to happen, or what happens when this happens. But definitely no rude comments, nothing that has like gotten me there, except for a couple people. But it's fine, it's fine. I don't get really mad about that. I kind of just brush it off and I'm like, whatever, it's not gonna make me stop my hair. Going into the new school year, like with my hair locked, it kind of gave me a lot of nerves because I was really nervous that a lot of people would see me differently. I thought a lot of people were gonna judge me. Like, no, I'm not a Rasta. I've never done drugs ever. Like, I don't believe in any Rastafarian values or anything like that. So I was afraid that people would like see me that way. I was afraid that I wouldn't look as cute. You know, like with my hair down in the front, my face looks so fat. And me accepting that has been crazy. Like when I have my hair pulled up, or if it's in a full ponytail, you can kind of like shape that jaw a little bit. But when you have your hair down, everything's exposed. And my face just looks like a circle. And that's how I felt, especially in the beginning. I felt like it made my face look fatter, but it's probably all the burgers. But it's okay. Yeah, so I've been doing really awesome with my hair and all that. How I feel personally, like I said in the beginning, I feel like a lot more free. I feel happy. I feel joyous. I feel like it's a wonderful choice and I don't regret it at all. I can't wait for it to all the way lock up and just grow, baby, grow. It's been amazing having the freedom to do what I want with it. And lastly, I'm going to do a couple of pros and cons. The number one con that I have about my locks is that literally I am always having my hands in my hair, wanting to do something with it and trying to find these styles and trying to do this to it and trying to do this to it. But what you're really supposed to do with locks is just leave them be. And that's like my biggest problem at the moment of not being able to do. I would definitely say just from the 4 weeks having to wait for the time of like getting it redone. I'm used to getting my hair done like every 2-3 weeks all the time. So having a hairstyle where I'm not doing that, where I'm waiting like a month or a month and a half to get my hair done is like, whoo, it's a bit adjusting. And I have to learn to love my hair even when it's nappy, okay? Even when there's a lot of fuzz, even when it's bumping up like this. And I haven't even gotten much into the budding stage with a lot of my hair. So I have to learn how to love that. And that's a journey. A pro, I would say, is the fact that I never have to put a comb on my head again, except for when I get it done. Like, I don't have to comb it and do this to it and do this to it. It's really, really simple. It's really easy. I feel like a lot of people get locks just because it's less maintenance. But for me personally, like, because I was already used to having to maintain my hair anyways, so it wasn't like that huge of a difference for me. And getting to do this is like heaven, okay? It's the bomb diggity. A con, I would say, is because my hair is really soft and because the conditioner I use, definitely, like, I've been having a couple of moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, is my hair gonna be loose? Are my coils gonna come out? And that has to do a lot when it rains outside. I'm like, oh child, don't let me get my hair wet. I get nervous, y'all. Like this baby right here. Okay, look at that. Ooh, ooh. Look at this. So at the bottom, it's coiled. Very tightly, might I add. But at the top, because of me sweating with the hat on, especially in the back and in the front, those are my worst two spots. Like this one right here. These are a bit better because I try to make sure that I like keep them together with my hat or a hair tie. But this one especially has loosened up quite a bit, and I don't want to have to keep like twisting and twisting and twisting. So because I don't wear my hair up that much any often, and even if I do wear it up, it just looks like hair, so it's not bothering me that much, especially when I do get it retwisted. I don't want to cause too much stress on my hair by retwisting it over and over again, which is like the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. So yeah, I have learned a pro about my hair is that I have learned a lot about how my scalp feels. I do kind of have a sensitive scalp. Like I only do certain things with my hair. I only use certain shampoos because my hair reacts in a certain type of way. I've seen that like going days and days and days without moisturizing is not good. It's good to keep my hair moisturized. I have a spray bottle with water, which is something that I never ever used in my hair before. Like, not, sorry, that sounded wrong. Not ever used in my hair before. I never used to just spray my hair with water to style it. But this baby, I use it all the time. Water for your hair is just like using it for your body and drinking it. It's good for you, okay? Another con that I have is the fact that my hair gets so dry, okay? Not only did I have hair that already drinks moisture for a living, like it already did that, but now having my hair like this, it seems like it's multiplied, okay? Not like the dry, like itchy, burning, scratchy, flaky scalp dry, but like no oil. It's just desert dry, okay? So my number one thing that I'm trying to do is keep it moisturized and find what products I can moisturize my hair with without causing buildup in them, if that makes sense, because I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, I've had so much fun, and I can't wait for all the rest of the lock updates. Oh, as of right now, I think I have 100 locks. I tried to count them today. I also tried to count them another day, but doing it by myself is really, really hard, especially like just trying to count them with my hand like this. So I will make that into a whole nother video where we will sit down and I will count my locks. But I think I either have 199 or 101 because I believe I skipped some when I tried to do it today. So we'll do that in another video and we'll get that all situated out. But for now, I just want to go ahead and put this video up, this update, before I waited too long and months had gone by, because we know that Siani is very good at doing that. I love you guys so much. You guys are like the bomb diggity and the best. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of shots of my hair and how she's looking and doing and all that cool stuff. And like I said, follow me on Instagram. That's where you're gonna kick it and chill it and all that cool stuff with me. I love you guys so much. You make my day. And I will most definitely see you in the next one. Peace. Bye.